Hey there, high level listeners. Welcome back to another small talk conversational English class where we show you some friendly, natural, back and forth conversations in both American and British English. Today's topic is talking about your health. So, feeling sick, recovering from sickness, illness, or anything really health related. Now, I've personally been recovering lately. I had a very successful but minor surgery a couple of weeks ago. So, this is a really good topic for me as well because I've been talking to lots of my friends, colleagues, coworkers, and our high level listeners about my surgery.
Yes, right. Very topical, this one. And we know that talking about people's health can be a little bit of a tricky subject because in British and American culture, our health is quite private. Obviously, you can say, I'm sick today and I can't come to work, or sorry, I have to cancel, I'm feeling sick. But unlike some cultures, it's not very polite to ask too many questions about someone's health. And I know you want to show your friends and your colleagues that you care. So we will show you some really good phrases that you can use that are a perfect balance between caring and respecting someone's privacy at the same time.
Absolutely. So, if you want to find all of our small talk dialogues along with a vocabulary list and some dictionaries, check out the product in our PayHip store. And if you're a high level listening vocabulary member, you can get all of that for free. You get access to the download from this episode. You can study, review it, and reuse it anytime. Just join us as a high level listening vocabulary member and come check out our community for your download. Okay, let's hear our first conversation. This one is going to be between two friends, and they're talking after one friend has been sick or they've been a little unwell. So it's just kind of two friends catching up. Hey, Mark, how are you doing these days? Your mom told me you've been under the weather.
Yeah, still not 100%, but I'm getting there. It sort of comes and goes, to be honest.
That sounds rough. I hope you're feeling more like yourself soon.
Thanks. Yeah, I really hope so too.
Okay, so let's go through it line by line so that we can help you practice some of these phrases and understand them a little bit better. This would be a really good time to repeat after us as well, because we're going to go a little bit slower line by line to practice your speaking skills. Oh, hey, Mark, how are you doing these days? Your mom told me you've been under the weather. So, how are you doing these days? This is kind of interesting because it does say that I care, but it doesn't really say, oh, I know you've been sick. Oh, how are you doing these days? It's kind of just a kind way to start approaching the topic. Your mom told me you've been under the weather. Your mom told me you've been under the weather. So you have been under the weather. Now, you might have heard this phrase before, to be under the weather, but you've been under the weather means you've been sick. So I don't actually say the word sick, but we use phrases that are a little bit more common as well.
A little bit softer too. Sick sounds kind of
Absolutely.
scary. Under the weather doesn't sound quite as urgent or dangerous. I replied, yeah, I'm still not 100%, but I'm getting there. It sort of comes and goes, to be honest. So, yeah, I'm still not 100%. If I am 100%, I am fully recovered. I'm fine. I feel great. But sometimes recovering takes a bit of time. And maybe I'm close, but I still don't have the same energy. I still don't feel completely pain-free. So I'm still not 100%, but I'm getting there. Getting there is another way to say recovering. So if I'm getting there, it's like I'm getting back to full health. I'm getting there. Every day is a little bit better, little bit better, little bit better. It sort of comes and goes, to be honest. It is my health or maybe my recovery. It's some days I feel good or some moments I feel fine. And the next hour I lose energy and I feel a bit of pain, so I need to rest. It sort of comes and goes, to be honest.
That sounds rough. Hope you're feeling more like yourself soon. Now, remember, culturally, we aren't going to ask a lot of questions. I'm not going to ask, oh, what were you sick with? Are you sick now? What is it? What do you have? That's too personal. So I'm just going to commiserate, right? Oh, that sounds rough. That sounds tough. Oh, that sounds so hard. That sounds difficult. Okay. So that's a way that says I'm listening, but I'm not going to ask any more questions. Hope you're feeling more like yourself soon. I like this one because, sometimes you think, oh, I'm not sick, but I don't have any energy, or I'm not sick anymore, but I just don't feel 100%, right? So hope you're feeling more like yourself, happy, energetic, feeling good. I hope you're feeling more like yourself soon.
And likewise, if I am 100% and feel healthy again, I can say, I feel like myself again. So that's a similar phrase. The last part, thanks. I really hope so too. So Kat said, hope you're feeling more like yourself. I want that too. I really hope that I feel like myself. I hope so too.
Okay, so let's hear the whole thing once more. Hey, Mark, how are you doing these days? Your mom told me you've been under the weather.
Yeah, I'm still not 100%, but I'm getting there. It sort of comes and goes, to be honest.
That sounds rough. Hope you're feeling more like yourself soon.
Thanks. I really hope so too. Okay, here we've got a second conversation between family members. So again, we can share a little bit more. How are you feeling now? I heard you weren't feeling well for a while.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but I'm on the mend, feeling a bit better than last week.
Okay, yeah, I'm really sorry to hear that. I hope each day gets a little bit better.
Yeah, me too. I'm just trying to take it easy for now.
Okay, let's go back to the start of the conversation and go through. My first line, how are you feeling now? I heard you weren't feeling well for a while. So similar to the first conversation, Kat said, how are you doing? How are you feeling now? When we use the present continuous like this, I know that you're still not 100%. It's not finished yet. So how are you doing? Or how are you feeling now? Like today, this time. I heard you weren't feeling well for a while. Maybe I didn't meet Kat before she got sick, or maybe someone told me and I didn't get to speak to her directly. So I heard you weren't feeling well. Again, we're not saying the word sick or unwell. You weren't feeling well for a while.
Who told you? My mom? My dad?
Yeah, the group chat. Yeah.
Yeah, wait, who told you? Who told you this? Yeah, it wasn't great, but I'm on the mend, feeling a bit better than last week. I don't know if it's just Americans, but we tend to be more positive, especially we don't want people to worry about us. So sometimes we say things like, oh, it wasn't great. Well, obviously it wasn't great. I was sick, right? But it wasn't great, but I'm on the mend, feeling a bit better than last week. When we say I'm on the mend, okay, to mend something is to usually if you have like a hole in your shirt and you mend it, that means that you kind of fix the hole, right? So if you are on the mend, you are starting to feel better, starting to be fixed in a way. So I'm on the mend, feeling a bit better than last week. Okay, that's a positive, right? I was feeling really bad last week and feeling a bit better than last week.
Mm. Well, I'm really sorry to hear that. I hope each day gets a little bit better. A really good phrase when you hear that someone is sick, they are sick, or they were sick. I'm really sorry to hear that. It's a way of sympathizing and commiserating. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. I hope each day gets a little bit better. So I hope that each day is better than the last.
Me too. I'm just trying to take it easy for now. Okay. Right now, I'm just trying to take it easy. Taking it easy is I'm just trying to relax. I'm just trying to rest right now, right? I'm just trying to take it easy. I'm not going out. I'm not socializing. I'm not doing my exercise class. I'm just trying to take it easy for now.
Okay, so let's hear the full conversation one more time. How are you feeling now? I heard you weren't feeling well for a while.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but I'm on the mend, feeling a bit better than last week.
Oh, yeah, I'm really sorry to hear that. I hope each day gets a little bit better.
Me too, just trying to take it easy for now.
Okay, so now we're going to look at a slightly different situation because we wanted to give you some tips for what to say to your colleagues or your boss, and especially if it's before a hospital appointment or when you need to take some time off work for health reasons. And even though we keep our health quite private at work, you should mention if you're having a serious procedure or a health issue at work because you'll need to explain why you need time off, and it can also reassure your colleagues of what's happening and that it's nothing too serious.
Because you would probably be scheduling something in advance. We do like to use this word, and Mark used it, a procedure. A
Mm.
procedure. That could be a surgery, that could be a doctor's appointment, that could be something that is private and you don't want to talk about. If you do want to tell people a minor procedure, like I had a minor procedure, so it just nothing, I wasn't on the operating table with a major surgery. Or you could have a major procedure. So if you feel comfortable telling people that, that's completely up to you, but it's a very good professional word. So here's a conversation between an employee and their boss asking for some time off. Hey, boss, just giving you a heads up. I'll be having a procedure done next month and I'll need to take some time off.
Oh, wow. Sure thing. Yeah. Is everything okay? Do you need anything?
It should be pretty straightforward and I should be back after a couple of weeks.
Okay. Well, take all the time you need. I hope everything goes well.
So let's look at it line by line and you can practice repeating after me to get some more speaking practice in. Oh, hey, boss, just giving you a heads up. I'll be having a procedure done next month and I'll need to take some time off. Okay, so this is a little informal. If you have a good working relationship, hey, boss, hey, Mark, knock, knock, kind of going into your office. Just giving you a heads up. Just giving you a heads up. Now, that's kind of ironic because I am having a procedure done and it is on my head.
Literally, yeah.
But to give someone a heads up is to tell them something that will happen in the future. Just letting you know. I have some news I'm going to tell you, just giving you a heads up, letting you know in advance. I'll be having a procedure done next month. Okay, so I'm having a procedure done. That's perfectly fine. I'll be having a procedure done, something in the future. And it's kind of, really taking the pressure off of the procedure. It's about me, right? I'll be having it done to me. That means the surgeon will do it to me. I'll be having a procedure done next month. Sounds very professional, really professional. And I'll need to take some time off. So I will need to take some time off in the future. That means that I will need to not come to work. All right. I can't come to work during this time. I'll need to take some time off.
Oh, I'm a nice boss. So I said, sure thing. Is everything okay? Do you need anything? Hopefully, this is what your boss says. Sure thing. Sure thing. This might be more American English. It means, of course,
Of
absolutely,
course.
yes, sure thing.
Hmm.
Is
It's
everything
health. It's
okay?
health related, right?
Right, they should take it seriously. Is everything okay? That's showing I'm a little bit worried about Kat. Well, do you need to take time off now? Do you need to prepare for this procedure? Is everything okay? Do you need anything? This is a really good question. If you think you can help someone who is a bit sick or will have some procedure or something in the future, do you need anything? Maybe they just need you to take them somewhere, prepare them with something, buy something for them, anything you can do to help. Do you need anything? It's a friendly way to ask. And again, it's not too private.
So now my boss is asking me questions, but I'm not quite ready to have help from them. Or maybe we have a formal relationship and I want to keep it separate. So I said it should be pretty straightforward. I think this is a really good way to say, I don't need your help. I don't need anything
Yeah.
from you. It should be pretty straightforward, meaning maybe I have help from my family, maybe I don't want to talk about it. It should be pretty straightforward, meaning boom, 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 A, B, C, nothing crazy, nothing too problematic. I can do it myself, right? It should be pretty straightforward, and I should be back after a couple of weeks. So I'll have my procedure done, and I should be back after a couple of weeks. So I'll take about 2 weeks off from work.
Oh, well, take all the time you need. I hope everything goes well. So take all the time you need. So Kat is asking for 2 weeks, but I could give her more if she needs more time to recover. Take all the time you need. Again, you can rest and recover as long as you need until you feel 100% again. I hope everything goes well. Again, if you hear about someone having a procedure in the future or something a little bit scary at the doctor's or in a hospital, you can say, I hope everything goes well. Like, good luck to you.
Okay, so let's hear that conversation one more time all the way through. Hopefully, you have a nice boss just like Mark. Hey, boss, just giving you a heads up. I'll be having a procedure done next month and I'll need to take some time off.
Oh, well, sure thing. Yes. Is everything okay? Do you need anything?
It should be pretty straightforward and I should be back after a couple of weeks.
Okay, well, take all the time you need. I hope everything goes well.
Okay, so now we have been kind of showing you through the phrases how we kind of can show that we care and show that we, want to be there for the person. Now, a couple of things that you don't want to do, okay? You don't want to ask too many questions and you don't want to ask anything that's too specific. If you start asking them, oh, are you still sick? What do you have? What's wrong? What did you have? Why did you take time off work? Why were you gone? What happened? The moment you start to ask too many specific questions, I promise you, people will feel that that's way too much. Even if you know the
Right.
person, even if you're friends with them, too many questions too quickly doesn't show that you care. It kind of steps into our personal bubble there a little bit.
Right. And again, using the word sick or wrong, those words are a little bit scary. We don't like to use them when we talk about our health. So another thing we learned from other cultures is that to show that they care about someone or pay attention to them, they might comment on their appearance. But don't do that either. Don't talk about how they look, even if you think they look good. If you say, oh, you look good, that's still maybe a bit inappropriate because it
No, I
sounds like you
know.
expected them to look worse.
Yeah, it's kind of like we call it a backhanded compliment. It's when people say it,
Mm.
but you think, well, it's nice,
Uh-huh.
but
It
I
makes
don't
people
feel nice.
think,
I
yeah,
don't feel
right.
nice after you said it, right? So even if
Mhm.
somebody said, "Wow, you look so tired." Oh, are you okay? I know now that other cultures, that means I care about you, I'm thinking about you. I noticed a difference, but especially with Americans and Brits, we don't take that very well. We think, "Oh, I tried
Oh,
to put on more makeup. I didn't want to look tired." And so then that becomes a little bit of a problem.
mm,
So we've got some other phrases that you absolutely can use. So if someone tells you, "Oh, I'm under the weather. I'm not feeling very good. I'm a little bit sick." Oh, I'm here if you need me. I'm here
mm.
if you need me.
Let me know if you need anything.
Message me if you need anything.
If someone has told you they're going to have a procedure or a minor operation, let me know how it all goes. Again, if you know that a friend or colleague has a procedure today, you can send them a message of support. I think a lot of these could be texts or things you could message. Thinking
Definitely.
of you today, no need to reply. Just wanted you to know I'm rooting for you.
A close friend of mine, when I went in for my procedure, said, "Sending love. I'll check back in a few days to see how you're feeling." So it was just a quick message. I don't have to reply right now. I don't have to think about anything, just sending love.
Hey, just checking in to see how you're doing.
Another sweet friend of mine said, "Hey, how did it go? No pressure to reply. I'm sure you're resting."
I'm glad it's over and relieved to hear it went well.
Sounds like it all went well. So glad to hear. Okay, so then this is after the procedure, after your friend comes back to work, after you see them. It's been a couple of weeks. The easiest, simplest phrase, how are things? Why is this simple and easy? You can use this for your boss, you can use this for your colleagues, you can use this for friends. It's a good way to step into the conversation, but if your friend or colleague doesn't feel comfortable, they don't have to really say anything. Hey,
Mm.
so how are things?
If you want to be a bit more specific about their health and how they feel, hey, how are you feeling?
And it's kind of that soft voice that like Mark and I are both using. Hey, how's your recovery going?
And last one, how's everything going health-wise?
Now that one's a bit more specific. So that would be only if they've kind of talked to you about it and you want to ask them specifically about that. All right, so there you go. Friendly, natural small talk conversations you can use the next time you're talking to someone who's been unwell, sick, or is recovering.
Yeah, exactly. Now you can feel confident talking about it respectfully and gently. So try to use some of these phrases from today's episode the next time you're talking to someone in English.
And remember, check out our PayHip store in the link below for a list of all the phrases. And high-level listening vocabulary members get access to a full list of small talk dialogues like these so you can practice, review, and build your confidence step by step. Thanks so much, everybody, and we will see you again very soon for another episode here on High Level Listening.
Bye-bye.